on the diary. You will make copies of the diary in relation to such dates.
Yeah.
And
no, it's fair. Actually, I was going to suggest that
the matter stand down until.
No, I was going to suggest that the brigadier must make his diary, not copies, physically available to all the defense counsels. I hope nothing happens like when Mohano made a report.
Yes.
So that you can, all of you, peruse Brigadier Gininda's diary, because he says he was recording these things contemporaneously and extemporaneously into his diary. And then if you have any problems with that, you can raise it under cross-examination.
Court, please.
Okay. Is it okay if the...
yes, my lord.
For the particular dates?
For the particular dates, my lord, I wanted to say that.
Not when you are visiting me.
Yes, of course, my lord.
Okay. But there's one aspect, Mr. Baloi, which we haven't covered, which is covered by Sergeant Mohani, concerning accused number 1 being at Silverton, blah, blah. You remember that evidence? Please, just cover it.
Oh, okay.
Because it has moment in this case. If you don't remember.
Yes, during the appearance in Tembisa, it was on the 10th of July 2020, accused number 1 informed the magistrate that he was assaulted at the Silverton police cells. It was put to Sergeant Muhola that accused number 1 was assaulted at Silverton police cells, and we just want to read out the entry to you. As I mentioned, it was on the 10th of July 2020, and the entry reads as follows. It says, legal aid. This is what the defense of accused number 1 put in report. The accused being assaulted by SAPD Silverton What is your comment?
My lord, yes, it was.
And he then requested that he be kept at Modabi.
Yes. No, I do recall, my lord, it was brought to my attention by Sergeant Mokola when she informed me, my lord, that said she must do the following things. 1, obtain an affidavit from accused number 1 in relation to the alleged assault, because my understanding is that the assault would have been committed by people at Silverton SAPS. So that was my first instruction.
Uzothinike noma ke uthinike uma uphendula ngoba ke nge-10 zika July 2020 umsolwa ke evela ke enkantolo ke wachazela ke imanje ukuthi washaywa amaphoyisa ase Silverton. Mephendula ke ubrigadier uthi yebo ke lokho uSergeant Mkhula wangitshela ke ngathi ke akenze lokho okulandelayo. Okokuqala atholeke i-statement esifungelwe affidavit kuyena umsolwa wokuqala.
Secondly, that she must take him for medical examination for the completion of what we call J88 form, which will indicate the points of injuries, my lord.
Okwesibili ke ukuthi ke amthathe ke ahambe noma uya naye ke kudokotela uya naye ke esibhedlela lapho na ke uzogcwaliswa noma kubhalwe ke iform ebizwa ngokuthi ke J88 ekuyiyona ke ezochaza ke ukulimala noma la alimele khona.
Furthermore, my lord, to obtain any witness statements that would be mentioned.
Nokuthi ke atholeke istatement zofakazi abangachazwa noma kushiwo ukuthi ubani nobani abawofakazi.
And thereafter, my lord, to register the case docket of assault, depending on the gravity, my lord, whether common assault or assault GPH, and then bring the docket to me, my lord.
Ukuthi ke noma kulandelayo ke ukuthi ke ase ebhalisa ke noma eregister ke idokodoke lokushaywa noma ukuthi ukushaywa nje noma ke ukushaywa ke ngenhloso yokulimaza abesemveni emuva kwalokho ke aliletha kumina.
Yeah, sorry, what about the occurrence books from Silverton Police Station?
Yes, I'm going there, my lord.
Yes,
So that was the first part. So the current book, I'm coming to them, my lord. So this was the first part that I communicated to them. And then thereafter, my lord, she came back to me and said, accused number 1 is refusing to give a statement or subject himself for medical examination.
Bengisezwe yake kubonaka ama-occurrence book ase-Silverton kwaba yilapho ke kokuqala ke lokho engakusho kena wase buyela kumina ke uSergeant Mukhalo engitshela ke ukuthi ke umsolwa wokuqala ke unqabile noma uyanqaba ukuthi ke yanikezeleke ngestatement esifungelwe affidavit nokuthi futhi ke ahambe ke ayobona udokotela,
And that he doesn't want to open the case.
nokuthi ke akanaso nje isifiso noma akananhloso nje yokuthi ke angavula icala.
My lord, I then asked her to go to Silverton Police Station and peruse the OB entries to try and establish if there is any entry indicating such an assault.
Ngase ngimcela ke ukuthi akahambe ke manje aye epolice station yase Silverton ahambe ke ayobheka incwadi zakhona lezi ebizwa ngokuthi ke ama-occurrence book, abheke ke ukuthi uzobona yini ukuthi khona ke yini okusho lokho okubhaliwe,
And interview the members that were on duty on that day in relation to what might have happened when he was booked out or during the night.
futhi ke abeseba ne-interview noma lokho kubizwa ngokuthi ke inhlolo khono ke nalabo base Silverton ababesebenza ngalelo langa lelo basho ukuthi kwenzekani.
My lord, that was done and I was told, which I've also satisfied myself at a later stage, that there were no such entries or anyone who was aware of such an assault.
Kwenziwa ke lokho nami ngase ngizenezake ngokuthi ke ngenzeke isiqinisekiseko ngathola ke ukuthi ke akukho nje okukhuluma ngalokho okwabhalwa lapha kuyincwadi zakhona eSilverton.
Furthermore, my lord, when I was now obviously embarking on doing my own investigation, I further went to the prison because when new admissions, they call them new admissions, when you get admitted for the first time in prison, they will record the conditions that you come in, almost like us. So if there are medical issues that you have or if it's injuries or whatever that the prisoner has will be documented on the first entry.
Ngase ngizenzela mina ke olwami ke uphenyo ngokuthi ngihambeke ngiye ejele ngoba ke nabo ke bayafana nathi ke uma umuntu eqala ke kufika noma engena kubona ke nabo ke khona ke okubhalwa phansi ke uma ukuthi kunezimo noma isimo onazo ongaphathekile kahle nabo babhala phansi lokho.
My lord, I did not find any documented complaint of assault or injury mentioned by accused number 1 to the prison officials.
Angizange ngithole lutho ke okwashiwo noma kwakhulunywa yena umsolwa wokuqala ekhuluma noma esho kulaba abasebenza ejele mayelana nokushaywa noma ukulimala.
And these investigations, my lord, only draw one conclusion that I don't think it was true, my lord, because surely something must have been found somewhere if it was the truth. And the victim himself, in this instance, accused number 1, should have raised or rather said something to someone if perhaps Sergeant Mukhula was the person that she was not comfortable with or he was not comfortable with.
Lokho ke kuholela nje kuyinto eyodwa ke ukuthi ke akusilona ke iqiniso lokho ngoba ke khona nje lapha ekumele ukuthi nje utholakala khona noma uma kube ukuthi ke wayengakhululekile ukuthi ke akhulume kuyena uSergeant Mukhalo wayengakhuluma nomunye umuntu.
It was put to Sergeant Mokhola that what the accused meant to convey in that entry was that he wanted to be transferred from Silverton Police Station to prison because the investigating officers are assaulting him when he's kept at the police stations. And the following names were mentioned as the persons who assaulted him: Ngamani, Sergeant Muhola, Mabena, Butelezi, Jonathan, and Mapumulo.
My Lord, I think the charge sheet is self-explanatory. There is no entry indicating that accused number 1 was assaulted by the investigation team. That's the first part.
Futhi ke okunye ke akuchaziwe noma okushiwo ke ukuthi ke umsolwa wayeyicelela nje ukuthi ke asuswe ke police station asiwe ke ejele ngoba ke ithimba ke labaphenyi liyamshaya amagama ke achaziwe uNcamani, uMukhula, uMabhena, uJonathan kanye noMphumulo. Mephendula ke ubrigadier uthi kucaceleke uma ubheka ke i-charge sheet akukho la isho khona noma ekubhaliwe khona ke ukuthi umsolwa woqala washaywa ithimba labaphenyi.
There are no names listed in that charge sheet, my Lord.
Awekho amagama abhaliwe noma achaziwe lapho kuleyo charge sheet.
My understanding of what is documented there, my Lord, is that it is officers from Silverton Police Station. Hence, I gave the directive for us to investigate such. So, this new version that I'm being told, I don't know where it's coming from, my Lord, but I'm not aware of it.
Mina ke engichazela noma okwashiwo ke kumina ukuthi ke washaywa noma ushaywe amaphoyisa ase Silverton ingakho ke ngase ngithi kena ke akahambe ayekhona manje lokho okukhulunywa yoko ukuthi manje ithimba eliphenyayo into entsha kumina.
They say he was transferred from Vilera Police Station to Silverton Police Station around the 30th of June 2020.
It is, well, I'm not sure about the specific dates, my Lord, but it is possible because one will remember during that time we were under lockdown, and whenever there were positive cases, prisoners at the police station will be moved around, so that could be one, but one will have to look at the OB entries to be shown, my Lord, but I will not dispute that.
Futhi ke uthi ke ngazo i-30 zika June 2020 wasuswa ke kwi-police station yase Valeria wabebethambisa bemsa kuyona yase Silverton. Uthi ke ubrigadier akangeke ke akuphindiseke lokho ngoba ke ngalesiya sikhathi lesiyana sasingaphansi kwayo ke i-lockdown ukuthi uma kwakwenzeka ukuthi uma kwenzeka ukuthi kune case ye COVID kwi-jail noma kwi-police station ethize bese ke iboshwa ziyahanjiswa zisiwa kwenye i-police station kodwa kuzofanele ngibhekeke ukwenza isiqiniseko ngoba ke ama-dates angikho sure noma nginasiqiniseko sawo.
And it was further put to Sergeant Muhola that accused number 1 was kept in a single cell in Comunicado. However, in Valeria Police Station, however, in Silverton, he was kept with other prisoners from the 30th of June 2020 to the 5th of July 2020.
My Lord, the keeping of prisoners, I think that is the prerogative of the station. I don't think we had the control over that. What we do, we detain a person, and the officers, the moment a person is detained, they take charge, my Lord. So they exercise their own regulations and place people as they deem fit, my Lord. And I suppose the category of the offense plays a role, but that is there. It's not our station, my Lord, and we don't control those holding cells.
Okunye futhi ke okwashiwa ke ukuthi ke wayegcinwe ke eyedwa ke noma ke khona ke eVilera kodwa mase fika ke khona eSilverton wase ehlanganiswa ke nabanye kusuka ngaso isikhathi lesange-30 June 2020 kuyoshaya ke u-5 ka July 2020. Mephendula ke ubrigadier uthi ke thina ke asithi nje okwethu ukuthi nje kuboshwe umuntu noma ke kugcine umuntu kodwa ke i-station ukuthi kwenzekani e-station ibona ke lapho abasebenza lapho abathatha isinqumo sokuthi ke bazonigcina kanjani futhi ke necala ke olithwesiwe nalo ke liyabhekwa ke kodwa yibona abathatha isinqumo sokuthi ke bazogcina kanjani noma bakubhalele kanjani.
And also, my Lord, lastly, the size of the capacity in which the station can hold in terms of the prisoners plays a role. So, for example, if they have a small number of holding cells, you will find a number of prisoners in one cell. If obviously the holding cells are much more than the other, for example, station A, then they may spread them, particularly during that time. There was COVID, around. So I suppose social distancing, those issues will play a very significant part because it was locked, for social distancing.
Okunye futhi ke kuyabhekwa ke nokuthi ke umthamo ke ongathathwa yileso station leso ukuthi bangathatha ke iboshwe ingaki uma kuwukuthi ke ama-cell abo mancane ke ukusho ukuthi bazohlanganiswa ndawonye ke kodwa ukuthi uma ama-cell makhulu ke bazokwahlukaniswa ke futhi nangalesiya sikhathi ke kwakuyi lockdown ke kwakufanele ke ukuthi ke umthetho ke ulandelwe ke ukuthi ke kubhekwe i-social distancing.
Thank you, Madam.
Okay, so we adjourn until what's the time now?
It's 11:15, Madam.
What time should we come back to court?
I'm not sure if the diary will be made.
2 o'clock.
The diary, Madam, to talk about the diary of the witness.
Yeah, what you said you have to have.
Yes.
When will you have it?
I was, for convenience, my lord, I was requesting that the matter be adjourned until tomorrow.
No, it's
We can start at 2, madam.
yeah, fine.
That is it.
This gentleman is a busy man. He's a brigadier in crime-infested South Africa. Okay, 2 o'clock.